Okay, hello guys, how are you?
Hello, guys.
I think you're live.
Yes, I'm live. Yeah, welcome to today's talk with Landlady Jane. Yeah,
My name is Chris Ehato.
yeah. As you all know, I'm Landlady Jane. So today we have Mr. Chris live with us.
Hello guys, how are you? It's been a
Okay.
long time, but I've actually been following you guys online.
Yeah. So today we are. So where have you been, sir?
I've been around the world. I just came back from Equatorial Guinea. Had a nice time. Went to represent Nigeria.
That's crazy.
Actually, Nigeria tried to get
Is
a
anything
plot of land in Equatorial Guinea
happening? Is anything
to build
happening
our,
on that side?
want to build our embassy in Equatorial Guinea. So they went to help government to secure the land.
That's crazy. Okay, that are standing. So like this, we have Mr. Chris has property in Equatorial Guinea.
Okay.
So today we are talking about why real estate. 2 sections ago we talked about segments of real estate. Places how you can actually invest in real estate. Then last week we talked about three most important things in real estate.
Okay.
The most important thing where we talked about location, yes, we talk about amenities and market value.
So what did you say about location?
Yeah, location is actually a major thing because one cannot just say, get me a property where anywhere can be on top of the water. It can be inside an evil forest. So your first decision when you want to make an investment is location. Where exactly do you want to invest?
Okay. And the second,
Yeah, we talked about amenities.
amenities.
Yeah, like development. What kind of development are we expecting? What's the side of the attraction on that side? You
Okay.
know, why do we have to invest in this particular location? Yes, and then market value also plays, where you have to know your budget, bring it together, and know the quality and quantity of property you are investing
Location, amenities, and
in. Market value.
market value. All right.
Yeah.
So that also explains, also part of the reason when you talk about why do you want to invest in
Yes,
real
so
estate,
that's
you also consider those things again. I want
that's
to invest, but the location is good, the amenities there are world class,
mhm.
and then the
The
last
market
one, the
value.
market value of the land.
Yes.
In the case I intend to sell my land after using it for 40 years, the market value would have
What
really
what will I
appreciated.
sell
So
at that
it
time?
is still part of the reason why I
Yeah.
would like to invest in real estate.
Yeah. So
Good. So today's agenda, what's your topic?
that those are what brought about
Why
why real
real
estate.
estate?
As in everybody is like real estate, real estate. Why is it even real estate? Why can't I invest in other
Something
things?
else. Yeah.
Yes, why must it be real estate, you
Should I
know?
tell my own why?
Okay, let's start with your why.
My own why first is that real estate for me is actually a business, not a hobby. Okay, it's a business. And then secondly, my why in real estate is actually also a source of income. So those are the two major reasons why I'm interested in real estate, why I go into real estate, why I market real estate, why I encourage people to put their hard-earned money into real estate because it's a vehicle for wealth creation. It's an investment uh, vehicle for storing wealth, transferring wealth. So that is one of my why. Then my second core why is that it's actually a source of income for me.
Of course, for everyone.
For me.
Everyone needs money.
For me.
Real estate money.
Well, there are some people that do oil and gas money. And
But they cannot do oil and gas on the air.
they
They
can
still
do
need
oil and
real
gas
estate.
digital. Digital oil and gas.
They need real estate to do all these things. And of course, it's on land. They will have to set up whatever they need to process their oil and the gas and all those things. So real estate for me, I like we said, like we know that real estate is tangible. It's a tangible investment. It's something that is an asset for everybody. And when you invest in real estate, it gives you ownership of your assets, and you have this sense of security. I think for me, any man that does real estate is responsible because you have something.
Any man that is doing real estate
Yes.
is irresponsible.
Is responsible.
Irresponsible.
Yes,
Okay.
yes. Because you have something you have, you are tied to. You're already tied to the earth and all that. So every other thing can follow. Yeah. So why real estate? Okay, now why should you do real estate is because it will give you passive income. Yes, passive income.
Source of income.
It doesn't end. And then population growth. Why people are dying every day, people are being bettered every day.
If people don't work actively for real estate to produce whatever form of wealth that it produces, do you think the passive part of it would work?
Come again.
You said real estate is because of the passive um, income tendency of it, you understand, to give you money, even because passive basically means you're not putting in any work.
Okay.
That's what passive. Yes, that's what passive is.
Okay.
You have active, that is, you are doing the work to make sure your investment produces. You understand? Now, all these amenities you talked about, they were actively worked up. You know, they just crossed their hand.
No,
And
They
amenities
didn't just come now.
amenities are growing like a seed
No,
from
they
the
did not
ground.
grow.
So the guys who put in the active work, maybe you're speaking as a realtor who just, who just market land for
It's
people.
actually passive and active income. You understand? So it's actually the both. It's not just one, it's the both.
Yeah,
Because you need to work on it,
post
you need to
fence,
work on it and
get
to at least
documentation.
make it attractive.
Even as an investor, if you don't educate yourself, if you just think that, oh, if you don't educate yourself more about real estate, that just because you have land and one miserable house somewhere, you don't even know about the fact that you need to, once if a tenant moves out of your house, you need to renovate the house before the new tenant comes in.
Yeah.
If the features of the house, maybe like electric bulb wires are naked and everything, fences are broken and everything, you don't do anything.
Just like that,
reptiles start entering your compound.
That your story that a guy painted the
black,
house black.
So you just see that, oh, the next, no way, the money will go down the drain. So real estate is doing nowhere. Like when people say that you just buy land and you go and sleep, you wake up a rich man, that the rich are sleeping when they're money. There are people working their ass out for real estate to produce wealth for those people who think there's a source of passive income. You understand?
Okay.
So,
you see, that's why we always want Mr. Chris here, so that
balance up views.
You always balance things up, you understand? So it's actually both passive and active income, because if you don't do anything there, you are going to get it wrong.
Instead of your value going up,
it's going
to
down.
Be depreciating.
But,
because if a property is not well managed, you see, wealth in property, there's what they call property management, the property investment, and the property development. All this, the management, the investment, the development, they all put in their work into it. You understand? If you don't, like, let's say for instance, you are trying to build up property portfolio, 1 land, 2 land, 3 land in different locations, you need to now have a manager who constantly will be going around to make sure that the improvement you have done on the land, you understand, is not falling apart, because your fence is not eternal. The house you are putting there does not have eternal value. It goes down with time, because weather has a wear and tear on the property itself. People using the house, you understand, there's a wear and tear on the house. If, for example, a family housing unit, that is structured for a family of, let's say, five, a man, husband, and three children, or a man, husband, two children, and one nanny, or whatever. Understand? But the capacity of that amenities to take five people, and then you now have different, maybe like not any tribe, different kind of tribe, people coming in. You gave house to a family, whereas you're having a community living in your small compound. You know what I'm saying? So the manager, of course, in the agreement, this place was supposed to, because in the form that you fill, I'm going to live here, say five. The next thing you are seeing 50 people there.
Are you talking from experience?
I'm a real estate person.
Yes.
You understand? I look at real estate from the perspective as a source of income. And anything that threatens my source of income, I will fight against it. So it's crazy when you just give house to five people, a family of five, and then you now see 20 people coming out in the morning and 40 people entering in the evening.
But all are family.
Which kind of family is that?
But for the fact that I feel the form that I have 6 people, must I stick to 6 people?
That is why that's what I call an agreement. An agreement. If another person is coming in, you need to let the owner of the property know, or the property manager to know that there's another person coming up.
Even if the person is visiting for like a week or two.
Listen, every property has capacity, what it can take. Take for example now, like if let's say if your water, you have a private borehole, you connected to utility, connected to light. If let's say different 5 rooms, all the lights are on, your number will run out of time. One, and then the toilet. Let's say you have a house of that nature, you have 2 toilets, one in the master's bedroom and one in the common room. You understand? The sockaway gets filled up. Who is going to evacuate the sockaway? The landlord.
Is it because I added some people to my apartment?
Of course now, because
are they elephants?
Well, you have no idea until you have a community of 50 people living in one place.
Yay!
Well, actually, it is well. It is well. It's in Nigeria we don't look at all these things. In abroad, in London, in Germany, you can't stretch the capacity of the place. Even ordinary road, there is the number of vehicles that can pass a particular road. You know what I'm saying?
At the same time.
Not just at the same time. In a year, in a month.
In a year.
You know, they calculate it. They look at the traffic, the people, so that because somebody is going to like walk on roads have expiring dates. It's only in Africa a house that is supposed to last for 20 years is lasting for 100 years.
Are we supposed to bring down the house after 20 years?
Oh, look, you have expiring dates. One that time, even if this place was not habited by human being. That's the beautiful thing about real estate. People don't know. They treat it with carelessness and everything. You understand? So that's why, like, Nigeria specifically is not a very good tourist destination. Because building, there are what they call building standards, and there's what is also called building permit. Then also occupiers permit. The number of people that can occupy a particular space. You don't just think because it's one big mansion that you can have an entire airline crew in the house. It doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that.
Okay. Okay, don't worry. We are coming to that. We'll grow to that.
Don't worry if I call it underdeveloped country.
We are going to grow into that someday.
No regulation.
You know, when we rent house for 5 people, we'll end up bringing the whole people in the village.
An extra person is coming. If you are bringing a security man,
we need
still
to
have to factor
let
that
the
in.
house
Yes.
management know.
Yes, the property manager.
The question is,
or the
how
landlord.
many house owners, house property managers manages these things properly?
And how many properties even have managers?
What we have is caretakers.
Caretakers are not managers. They are rent collectors.
A caretaker that will even look for faults from a tenant so that the person packs out, another one comes in for them to earn money. You don't understand. So we actually have not gotten to that level of having
those houses are not threats to life.
No, they are not threats to life.
If you don't have those things,
I think the landlords are the ones doing all these things themselves, because they are the ones that will come and say, okay, I need to renovate here and all that.
Take for example, when you see a house, you don't know, because it's a tiny your weight is not having an impact.
I'm not tiny.
Every time you hammer, every time you nail things on the wall, every time you are pounding with your mortar, I believe you use mortar. When they are pounding, the wear
Yes,
and
now
tear is affecting
I
the house.
pound banga.
There's vibration going on. It is now reducing the lifespan of the property.
Oh,
I'm telling you,
oh.
movement up and down the staircase is reducing the lifespan of the house. Yes.
Okay.
People are moving up, people are moving down. Activities, human activity is going on in the house. There's vibration,
vibrating.
everything going. Yes. I mean, what kind of quality of rod or concrete or whatever you put do there? We are trying to cut corners these days because subsidy has been removed. All of you are crying wolf.
We are not trying to cut corners. We are just
You
doing
guys are cutting.
what we know how to do.
You guys are cutting corners too much in this country. Both in approval, you compromise. In building quality, you compromise. Suppliers of materials, they compromise. Come on. Why? The question is, why real estate? Why real estate? Because it's business and it's a source of income. Whatever threatens my business,
and it has to do with life too.
You know, whatever threatens my business threatens my life. Whatever threatens my source of income threatens my life. So why should I be quiet about all those abnormalities that go on in your real estate space?
And I happen to see.
We don't have this nonsense in Equatorial Guinea.
We are not going to Equatorial Guinea today.
Ah, Debbie is there. Sister Debbie, how are you? Hi, Debbie, how are you? I can see you flagged.
So, Mr. Chris.
Mr. Chris, that one is not for Nigeria. I hear you. There's happiness is all right.
Okay.
Yeah. So, hello guys.
Thank you for joining us. So, we are talking about one thing that will affect real estate positively. Number one is population.
Okay. Population growth
and urbanization.
Urbanization, okay.
Yes.
Urbanization, okay, right.
Yes, population growth.
You're saying why real estate?
Yeah, why
so how does population growth contribute to the why or take it away from the why?
Okay, because people will ask you, how do I benefit from these things you want me to do?
Because population is increasing.
Yes, as at now, they may not see they may not see what the use for what they are buying, but in future they will, because population is increasing.
Currently, what is the population of Nigeria? I don't think you guys are urbanizing. I think I are urbanizing.
No.
I don't think guys are
urbanizing. The ones in the urban areas I think they are actually flying out. Then the ones in the rural area, they are coming out of the urban area.
Maybe take for example, maybe it was once an urban area, but I think it's not a rural area.
No. It's like we can't go back to.
Okay, what makes an urban and what makes an area an urban area?
Because of the amenities everywhere.
So what amenities do you see here?
At least there are some rural areas where there is no light.
It's a pot for amenity.
There are some. We have good roads.
Where do you have good roads?
Even here in this our area, there are good roads.
In Yanapaja?
Yes.
What good road do you have in Yanapaja? Where? In the back of your house on the express road? Do you know how many potholes you have in express road in Nigeria?
For the fact that I know, we are not in the rural area.
I hope you're not the government official.
There are people.
You are being cosmetic.
There are people who are in the rural area, just like those your mud house.
I like my mud house.
What do I call them?
In Benin.
Yes, those people that live in those are rural areas we're talking about.
The area of Ovoromele for still intact.
And some of them are really wanting to come to town.
You're not using developed words. Say population growth, I understand.
Yes.
Urbanization, don't agree.
Because people are born every day. Mr. Chris, do you know that a child who graduates from school this year or next year at any time, they may not want to stay with their parents.
Okay.
They need to go out there and start living their life.
They'll go to the house that their parents built for them, or the house
rent houses.
Who built the house?
Investors has built the house already.
Are you an investor?
Yes.
You're a realtor.
Investor. I am a realtor and I'm also an investor. Yes. There is no way I will not write my name.
What is your property portfolio? How many properties do you have in
the
Nigeria?
list of
investors? How many properties do you have in Nigeria? Digital property.
I have properties both for sale and for ownership. So, Mr. Chris,
population growth.
We are not going to be arguing
urbanization,
on that. Yes.
I'm not arguing with you. I'm an invited
guest.
Yes, in my own show, I call the shots. In the Real Talks Nigeria, we talk the real talks. We don't talk. The Real Talks Nigeria.
This is real estate talk with Landlady Jane.
Toshikena.
This is not Real Talks
Nigeria.
You understand? So now,
okay, we have to be on real here, right?
no, no,
What should be
no.
real?
There's still really what we are saying. Really,
Real
still
estate,
real.
but can I be real?
Yes, now.
Okay, good. So I'll be real, guys.
Because we are still talking about, there's still the word real
So
in all that we're doing.
your next why is what?
Because there is house deficit.
Who created the house deficit?
I don't know.
You don't know.
Okay. I met it on my way to real estate.
What?
I found out that
This is how you do house deficit calculation.
Yeah.
What is the population of your people? One. And how many houses can that population need? If you have, for example, 200 million Nigerians, divide 200 million Nigerians, let's say by 4, husband, wife, and 2 children. All right. So whatever figure you have, it should be the standard, rough standard of the number of houses you should have. A man, wife, and 2 children.
Only 2. Are you subjecting us to
okay, you want to say 10, 5, family of 10. Is Nigerians, are we good at having 10 children? Is it 10 children we to have, or 8 children? Husband, wife, or husband, 3 wives, and 6 children? Is that you're calculating it? How do you want to calculate your own?
Most Nigerians
because in China, it is a husband, a wife, and a child. That 3 divided by the population of the Chinese.
We are talking
that gives you the number of houses you should have.
Nigeria, not China now.
Okay, do Nigeria. What's the official population right now?
I know that some families have 6 kids.
Okay, good. What about should we use 10? Should we use 10?
You can use 10. It's
okay, fine. Let's use 10. Let's use another figures. There was Nigerian population. Are we 100, 200, 300, or unknown?
Well, we should be more than 300.
300. So let's be conservative and use 300. Now, 10 divided by 300.
We should be having about 30
billion.
Yeah.
So it means you have 30 million houses in Nigeria.
Do we have up to that?
That's the thing. That's where deficit is coming in.
House deficit.
Add all the mud houses. I think we can get the number.
We will not still get the number.
Not get the number.
Yes, but people are still homeless.
Okay, count the number of bridges. Imagine that a bridge is a house. I'm helping you guys hold the house. You're saying housing deficit. I'm able to solve the problem.
Yes, the way people are still homeless.
We're not aware that in the time in the island they were renting houses under the bridge. You didn't know?
Those are those are illegal stuff and
illegal.
Yes,
those guys were developers.
You can't be renting
they were real estate
developers
under
the bridge.
They were real estate developers.
But the bridge there's no house under the bridge.
There were houses under the bridge. They were apartments, not even they were apartments under the bridge.
And who was doing that?
There were agents who were giving them forms to fill. I'm sure it's your colleagues in the island.
Exactly, they're not my colleagues. My learned colleagues don't do that. There's no way we can use a house
Debbie said we are organizing forgive T-Pain. Who is T-Pain?
Thank you, Debbie.
Nigeria is organizing. I hear you.
Yeah, I don't know why this is not saying it.
It is well, Debbie. The Lord is your shepherd.
We are organizing.
You invite Debbie wanted to come and
of course.
The essence of your urbanization.
Of course. Debbie is going to storm the studio one of these days at least. Yes, she's going to storm the studio and we are going to break it down.
If Debbie is coming, allow me to bring all those agents under the bridge. So also balance of I'm telling you, so that I'll know, because this for realtors. So they come and talk in the studio.
No, I'm going to be talking with my learned colleague.
Oh, your learned colleague.
Yes.
Okay, your real estate for also learned colleague. It is where housing deficit. So what do you really have to say about the housing deficit?
Yeah.
You could not answer me why.
Because there is housing deficit, so investors
should bring their money and invest.
They should build houses now so that people come in for rent.
How much is the block? How much is the block now?
A block should be around 300 or 500.
500. How much is the bag of cement?
I heard it's about 85 or so.
85. How much is a basic salary? How much is transportation?
So it depends on.
If you look at this, by the time your minimum wage. Understand? By the time transport and feeding and housing takes it away, how can you become an investor?
Exactly. There is also one.
Are you thinking of Dangote?
There is also one thing you are missing.
I'm not missing
the fact
anything.
That nobody has gotten rich from salary.
Nobody has got rich on salary.
It's rare.
All those people in House of Assembly that are, is not salary they collect.
What kind of salary are they
Is
collecting?
it allowance?
What kind of salary?
Well,
Their salary may be 100K, but the allowance is much.
so
So
but I mean those people to invest in real estate.
they are they not the one investing?
Not the meeting
They are the
mechanism.
one taking over the whole place.
How many politicians do we have in this country?
Exactly. We are not talking about politics. We are talking about why people should invest in real estate.
Because I
there
say
is
people that
hope
invest in real estate are your
Yes.
politicians.
That's why I always encourage people to please start small. Whatever you're doing, don't leave it for these people. They will take over this place and sell our country.
Yeah, always like to collect money from people to come and invest. Well, housing deficit. You've actually not convinced me because, like, why should I invest in real estate? Because of housing deficit, right?
We need houses.
So now you need houses. So that's
Yeah.
why is it you go into it.
People need houses where to stay. And when you don't provide, when they don't see where to stay, that's why you begin to see a father and son having issues in the house. I want to leave, I want to leave. It's because the young
boy is
man
not a
has
big
not
boy.
even he has not even seen a particular place he wants to stay. You know, a young girl wants to, like, you know, people want to live and they need a place to stay.
Okay.
And what if the houses are not there? So you must not be going to stay with relatives or friends and all that.
Population growth, housing deficit. What's the next one?
Okay, my next one is economic growth.
Okay, so is the economy growing? Because you could not answer my housing deficit. Is the economy growing? The population is growing, short banker. That way, nobody can underrate. The population is growing.
Will not grow.
Your population is growing. Your population is growing. The number of houses are reducing because the population growth is not able to match the housing provision, right?
Reducing. So we need investors to come in and start developing.
Investors make money in a good economy.
Of course, the economy.
So good. Now, is the economy growing?
The economy is actually favoring some people.
Like who?
You wouldn't know.
I really don't know. Why can you come on? I say you don't know who economy is favoring.
The economy is good to some people. Why?
Like who?
Why it's not good to some
like
people?
Like who is it good?
Let me tell you what I have about economic growth.
Okay, what you have? You have a script you're following.
If economic, I don't have a script on my face. So
who's putting these words in your mouth?
If we have a economic growth,
okay,
in a positive
if
way,
we have,
yeah,
you know that you have.
No, for now,
you don't have.
For now, we can't say.
But your population is growing.
Yes, population keeps growing.
Good. Okay, good. So now if you have economic growth,
but if you have economic growth on a positive side, people that have people want to buy property, and the ones that have bought will want to develop their houses, their property, and all that.
All right.
So as economy is growing, people are being favored more. Don't worry, the country will balance.
It's not the country now. We're not talking about the country. We're talking about the economy of the country. The economy is people are saying we should start praying now.
Praying.
Yes, they said
we should not work.
40 days prayer.
We should not work
in Nigeria. You're not aware of what is happening in Nigeria.
We should not work. I've not heard.
Well, me, I don't know about working. All is just that we need to declare 40 days. The way the things are right now, we need 40 days fasting and prayer.
We have been doing this in January.
But that's what they said we should do. And I also made a remark to that. I hope during that 40 days fasting and prayer, we're not going to give offering. We're just going to come there to pray. Because if the second country is hard, we should pray.
But maybe it's in your church. They didn't declare that in my church.
Pentecostal Fellowship of Nigeria has called for, not alleged, has called for 40 days prayer and fasting for the hardship in the country.
And while we are still praying,
and after that,
we'll go to work.
The population would grow very well, and then the housing deficit will be solved.
So what if after 40 days and nothing
what God cannot do does not exist.
Okay.
What God cannot do does not exist.
Okay. We'll believe that.
Debbie said something.
What did Debbie say?
Debbie said, housing in Nigeria is a problem, all right, facing all of us. And in every problem is money for those who share these, who solve these problems, all right? Yep. Yeah, who solve these problems? I agree with you. That's a nice one, really. Yeah. Because like you said, like she said and you said as well too now, the economy favors some people. Those people that the economy favors. You understand? In business, you look for problems in the community or society and then you solve these problems. But if the economy is not growing, maybe you have to But you have to go outside the country to go and get
Somebody
foreign
can actually
money
do
and
housing.
then bring billionaires like Bill Gates, Elon Musk, and Donald Trump.
Somebody can do locust housing just for people to have access and
Theory,
then start
theory,
living.
theory, theory, theory. Landlord
Mhm.
Jane is using theory, 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 theory. The real talk Nigeria, we talk about the real problems and we look for real solutions. And there are no real
Okay,
solutions, we don't manufacture them.
okay. So why real estate number
Another
four?
why
Yes, we still
is,
have why.
how many whys do you have?
We have plenty of them.
Wow, how many are you treating today?
We have plenty.
As many as
As many
your,
as
your NEPA light will take you.
that is
Your
why
NEPA
we
light,
feel
your
that's
NEPA
why
light
we
goes
have
off.
to.
All this your wife will stop.
Okay, let's rush down to rising middle class. Just like I've given you example, and people as
Rising. I thought the middle class in Nigeria was disappearing
why?
because of lot of super rich guys are becoming super poor. You know, the worst hit class in this situation that we are right now is the middle class. So me, I want to see how your middle class is it that just like you said, if the economy grow, now is it that if the middle class increases because the middle class is
It's not
actually
if
disappearing.
the middle. That means you are judging this thing as in you are using the case of now.
I should look at tomorrow. I should be futuristic.
You are judging you are using the face of now to understand
Are you in the past or
this
are you in the
situation.
future? Are you in the
No,
now?
real
Where are
estate
you?
has to do with both now and future.
What about the past?
Are we
You don't look at precedents in real estate.
we do, but you
Uh-huh.
can't. There are some cases you can't go back to yesterday because we cannot go back to buying Lekki for 500,000
You think it's not possible?
now.
No. Tomorrow you're talking about.
We can still buy property in Lekki for 500,000.
I guarantee, madam, listen very carefully. If the thing you said, if we have a population that is growing and educated and healthy and responsible, you understand, you know, they can now are people who place demand on people who are responsible for providing houses, the public sector, and if the condition for doing business is good, a lot of investors will bring in their money
Mhm.
to put in schools, put in hotels, put in green areas that make Nigeria a tourist kind of destination. Dubai does not have what we have, but Dubai is taking their money to make their place look like a tourist destination. You understand? Dubai is investing massively in real estate, and that is why a lot of when expatriates come in, they come in with their expertise. These expatriates will need houses standard close to the ones that they have back home. You understand? And if there are some things one can really talk about, like the situation of like security, for example. Now, one really cannot. There are certain things that one cannot talk about. One, because you don't have certain know-how. You understand what I'm saying? But if if we have a population that is educated about development, you understand, you see the effect in the country, and that will also go into economic development, and that will also now go into what you talk about. A rising middle class is good for a country like Nigeria.
Mhm.
Not that very few are extremely rich. We have a trailer load of poor people. You know what I'm saying? You know, and come on. Okay, from where do you have the middle class? Is it from the poor people or from the rich people?
The both sides.
No, it's from the poor people who grow into middle class. And then if God help them, they can break into the rich. And then if God help them for that, they can grow into the super rich before they even smell wealth.
Mm.
Yes, if you're moving from being rich down to middle class, you're on your way to poverty. Oh.
No, no, no.
So it is from poor, it is from extreme poverty you move to poor. From
Mm.
poor, you
You
move to
move to
middle class.
middle
From
class.
middle, because middle class is the guy is not rich, the guy is not poor. The guy is in the middle of the economic divide. You get it? So, but if the economy, where all of them exist, the poor is in the economy, the middle class is in the economy, the rich is in the economy. Understand? So,
Everybody comes together.
if they don't come together, but everybody live in the ecosystem. But if the place favors them, I mean, brain drain will reduce. If brain drain reduce, because like for example now, um, people who people who are supposed to like be here to help develop the real estate sector, they are disappearing. Yes. I mean, factories are being converted to places of worship now.
Oh.
But you don't know. Every night when people should be sleeping in their house, somebody said that they are doing vigil. They're going to make night vigil, night shift to work.
But then people just need to
Crazy.
serve their creator anyway.
Mr. Chris,
Mm-hmm.
real estate in Nigeria is money-making machine. That's the realtor talking. That's Debbie. Every wise person should really come into real estate. Everyone should come
Both
into real
rich
estate
and the poor,
and the poor.
both the middle rising and the lower and the high rising.
My real estate journey, I've always said, started when I inherited a property from a man or from a grandfather who believed in real estate and a father who kept the real estate.
Okay, let me ask you.
Yeah.
Assuming you didn't inherit all those things,
Yes.
what would have been your center of attraction in investment? Would you have come into real estate? Would you have known what you know now?
I still will have, because first and foremost, in Yaba Tech, I studied quantity surveying, Yaba Tech, which is also in the real estate space. You cannot build a house without quantifying the building estimation. So I'm already in that field academically. Then after I left Yaba Tech in year 2, and then I went to University of Benin and I read industrial chemistry. Industrial chemistry, whatever we are extracting, you understand, like oil and gas, you know. So somehow, I grew up in a home. I've never been a tenant. I grew up either in Benin or in Lagos. I've always been in family house. You understand? So I don't have a tenant mentality.
Okay.
You understand? I don't have that experience of being a tenant anywhere. So from a childhood, I've known about property ownership. My mind is wired to own. My mind is not wired to rent. My mind is not wired to lease. You understand? I was born, my father had a house. All through I was in school, I had a house. No landlord has come to knock on my father's door to say rent is due. I don't even know that there's what they call tenants.
You see why you don't
house.
understand the house deficit something.
How will I
Because you have always have a house, a roof over your head.
I think we've been a middle class.
You started from the middle class.
Yes. By now, by God, I don't think I'm a middle class.
Yeah, you are no longer in the middle class.
I've left the middle class. Bye middle class.
So
I don't have to come out to the middle class.
By the time you have, maybe your son tomorrow will tell you that I can't live in this house.
My son and my daughters.
Your sons and daughters will tell you that this house, I'm not going to live here. Grandpa have lived here, you have lived here, and me, I'm not going to live here. So then they will start looking for.
As we speak, I don't stay in my father's house. So
they start looking for their own apartments and all that. And when they don't find it, they will come back and begin to give orders in the house and all those things. Because this is time for freedom.
Real estate is a money-making machine, no doubt about that. I'm not really trying to be negative. I'm just trying to make sure that people really understand the situation that we're in. Okay, but at the end of the day, you know that there's all the reason to invest in real estate favors everybody. In short, today I was just thinking about it. It's only real estate that I've seen the buyer benefits and the seller benefits. If I'm buying real estate, you're going to make money. If you're selling real estate, you're going to make money. Understand? Real estate is a place where, right now in Nigeria, to be very frank with you, there are two businesses that I know really can help anybody survive in Nigeria now. The first one is real estate. Second one is network marketing. And I know precisely what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? If you are seeing opportunities in real estate, you bring people into real estate to join you, not only to make money, but to create wealth.
So people are still adamant.
Real estate can make you a breadwinner. Real estate can make you to have a lion's share of the economy. Real estate can help you to partake in the national cake. That's what I'm saying.
The green and white cake.
I am not telling you theory. I'm telling you practical. This thing is being recorded. This is life. You know what I'm saying? It's going live. Real estate has made more breadwinners in this country than even education has done. Schools are located in real estate. Where people will work after school is in real estate. Take real estate out of life. What are you left with?
Where are we going to be
Digital.
stepping
And
on?
you've been digital. You know, I'm a digital person.
Even before the digital came, it started from somewhere.
I hope you're going to give Debbie a prize because Debbie is saying that you are from the very waiting, very rare Nigerian, Mr. Chris. Congratulations. You will not understand
You
us.
will
I
not
understand you,
understand.
Debbie.
You that just like I said it, you won't understand the housing deficit we're talking about. So you just like I've always told you, you were born with a silver spoon.
Today I
So
was
you
just
won't
laughing.
understand what we're
Today,
saying here.
today when I was in the
People are
bathroom, I was just
homeless.
laughing.
Yeah.
I thinking, I've been flying since the days of Nigerian Airways, since primary 3. I've been flying, and I'm like wondering. So people don't even know
some
where
people
international,
at your
local
age
airport, or
has
international
not
airport
even
is.
visited the airport, not even
I've
for tourism.
had a passport, international passport in primary school.
You see? You can see what I'm saying. You can see what I'm saying.
You know?
People at his age, they don't even know where the airport is. They've not even seen, as in the walls of the
If
airport.
you want to know where the airport is, go to www.google.com. You can find the airport on Google.
Mr. Chris, so
Airport is not hidden now.
be calming down, okay? Be calming down. There are a lot of problems to solve through
Rising middle class.
There are a lot of problems to solve through
So what
and
other
investors are on they are there to benefit on these things, okay?
Like I basically said, and I agree.
Yes.
Real estate provides a win-win for everybody. A win-win for the investor. You understand? The investor is actually the one that even makes the most money in the real estate thing.
Because if somebody bought property for 200K, another person will buy it for 2 million, another person is rebuying it. You know, you sell, you buy, you sell, you buy, and all those things. So
all you need
investors
to do,
are also gaining,
all you need to
buyers
do
are
to
gaining.
make money in real estate is to add value to real estate. If you add value to real estate, you would make money in real estate. You know that, okay, middle class is rising. What do you do to make sure the middle class move out of the middle class up? Now, there's economic growth, and I said economy is not growing. What are you doing as a business owner to make sure the economy grows? Okay, what are you doing? Then you talked about housing deficit. You have seen brothers and sisters who don't have, and you have, you can build maybe one small thing for them. Understand? Let's say it's not compare everybody house with bungalow. If you have bungalow everywhere, we're actually not using the land very well. Do high rise. So that 100 square meter of land can take in more people. If you put in a bungalow, it may take in 10. But if you put another floor on top, 10 on top of it, that's 20. Another 10 on
with a building plan approval. So we don't have
you always get
a collapsed house.
That's where quality comes in, because people are comparing. They say because they cannot buy block and cement, they want to compromise. But what I'm basically saying is this: you are reducing the space for land development if all you do is always to be thinking bungalow. I know what I'm saying.
Okay.
Good.
You just have to do it to accommodate more people. That's what you're saying.
To maximize, like in New York, for example, now you dare not carry money and go and build one miserable bungalow, or Japan or China in Japan. You understand? Where there's no more land available for housing. See, it's only Nigeria.
There's no more land.
There's no more land available for that. Everything has been zoned and been planned. Okay, you want to spread.
That's the urbanization we are talking about now. All of us won't stay one place.
So your urbanization means concentration in a place.
No. We have to spread.
You don't want to spread up. You want to spread on this surface.
We want to spread, even as we are spreading up. We have high-rising houses in Nigeria now.
How many places have high-rising houses?
You can see high-rising houses. They are in Lagos, they are in Abuja, they are in Enugu.
When was the last time you went to a zoo with your children?
Honestly,
is there any zoo in Lagos? Is there any zoo in Lagos? Is there anyone?
Where do we get the animals?
We have to go to Gogo again.
I used to see them.
Bring animal from Benin.
Okay, we have them like lions.
Benin have zoo. A bit of zoo in Benin.
Zoo.
But what I'm basically, because here, like for example, now how many of our children have seen a live animal, a live lion before?
Okay.
Not on television.
Are we not saying that investors should invest in zoo?
See, that was not for tourist purposes. You understand? For sustainability, because you can't cut all the trees, drive away all the animals. You want to rapid urbanization. Because when you're urbanizing, you are doing deforestation. You see that you plant flower and mango in your compound does not mean that is not tree. The oxygen, by the time you take it, the mango tree will not become
we are
brown.
just doing a friendly ecosystem.
I hear you. I hear you.
It doesn't mean that we'll not spread. We are spreading, but with style. You don't understand. We are spreading. We'll come to all those things.
I remember.
Yes. Well, Japan, they don't have space, but we still have space in Nigeria.
In their different floors, you see trees. Oh my God.
You want to relocate?
In my heart, I've relocated.
Yeah, relocated.
It's only my boy that's waved in the studio. My heart, I've relocated.
Mr. Chris have relocated heartedly.
Why do you think I've not been in your show for a while now?
Okay, because you are trying to
relocate. I'm trying to raise money for physical relocation. Heart relocation doesn't need a visa.
Don't go and relocate to Benin.
I'm from Benin. I'm not going back to Benin.
Okay.
You know how much money for flight to Benin now? You don't have 250 quid. You can't. Don't near the airport. Go to Yare or go to Edegbe.
One day we will resume with bicycle. One day there are horses everywhere. We can still start that again.
I thought you trek.
Trek.
Yes.
Me, I will not
use
trek.
Your almighty leg and trek.
No, I can't trek. I can't try. You want me to die?
Can you trek to like talk less of Benin? Enjoy your ancestors before you go to Mowe.
Mr. Chris,
Yes,
we have investment diversification.
That is also a why.
Yeah.
Please explain that to me. You know you are the investor. You are the bricklayer here.
We have investment diversification.
That's one reason why.
A reason for someone to invest, to increase your portfolio and all that.
If I'm a medical doctor and I bring my money to build an hospital, I've diversified.
So you just build a hospital, you have how many hospitals you're managing or hospital you want to sell?
Doesn't matter. I'm a medical doctor, a young medical doctor.
You've added that to your portfolio.
Out of, and I choose to build an hospital. I've diversified.
You have.
Because
you have added that to your portfolio.
If I'm a medical doctor and then I build a school or I have opened a foundation, a medical foundation, I've diversified.
A school.
Yes.
Because you're a medical doctor, what are you looking for in a school?
You can use the word diversification, meaning I'm in medicine, I want to diversify.
Mm-hmm.
That's the meaning of diversification.
You will do the one. Mr. Chris, I don't understand how. What is the relationship with that? From a medical doctor to building a school? Are you going to be managing the school or you are selling at the school?
Can a medical doctor not be an investor in real estate?
Yes.
If a medical doctor is real estate his field of practice?
No.
Now, if a medical doctor brings his money from medical practice into real estate, the question is, has he diversified or has he consolidated in medicine?
For me, the person is actually diversifying.
No, it's not just for you. Yeah. It's for real. It's
diversifying. But I'm surprised they are using school and for a medical doctor.
Mr. Like, Chris is in
is he going to leave patient to come and teach? Yeah. Or something like that?
Landlady Jane.
Sir?
Are you a realtor or are you an investor in real estate?
I'm a realtor. Good. And I also do investment.
Me. Mm-hmm. I am a consumer of real estate products and services.
Consumer.
I'm a consumer.
Okay.
I'm working towards being a developer.
Okay.
And everything I'm sharing with you, I am very practical about it. Now, you're talking about investment diversification. Mm-hmm. It looks technical. Things. It's not really technical. It's a combination of investment and diversification. Investment, footballers can invest, politicians can invest, students can even invest. Investment is a thing you do. Investment is not a profession.
No, it's not a profession.
Good. But you can have professional investors, people who have dedicated their lives to focus on investing. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? As a way of creating wealth.
Not just investing in land.
Yes, investment broad. Yeah. But now, investment specific, where are you investing? Now it's real estate. Mm-hmm. All right. So you're not saying that because we use the word investment, I'm not trying to break down, because I'm good in concepts. I like to take words and break them apart. Investment, we've answered that one. You take money and put into something, right? With expecting a return on what you have put in, right?
Yeah.
Good. So now diversification. The reasons for it. Now, you said that one of the why is because of investment diversification. So explain to me your on your own language, and I also give my own, not as counter, but as complementing what.
Okay. Real estate actually will give you an investment diversification in the sense that you either want to do residential, you either want to do commercial, industrial, it can be special purposes and all that. You get whatever you want to, whichever line you want to do. You can even go into segments, public, private. Is it a income and non-income, those segments we talked about the other day, those are investment diversification. You don't just say, okay, I want to do just residential, and you are just there. It gives you the opportunity to go into other things,
So
commercial,
other people
industry,
not in
and all.
commercial, any of these sectors you talked about, people outside of the real estate space, can they diversify into real estate?
Everybody should be into real
And so
estate.
that's the thing, the cocoa. So
Everybody
not just
should
taking at it
be.
from industrial, commercial, residential, those ones are only and only.
No, when you are doing commercial, you're talking about you building a place where people
Hedge
come together,
your
can
next.
be an office space, market
What's your
space,
next
and
wife
all
before?
that.
What's your next wife before
Not just
Before NEPA diversified their lights?
stop calling on these people before they disappoint us.
NEPA diversified the lights. You be surprised you operate inside darkness. Before NEPA diversify their energy. What's your next wife?
Okay, my next one is real estate can help you edge against inflation.
Other two concepts: hedge, inflation. So how does that help your wife?
When I said people that the economy is favoring some people, as we are talking, most of these people are people who has been into investments, and now they have, like, now houses. To get houses now is very very, in fact, houses are on the high side. Landlords and landladies and developers, they are trying to make their money through whatever investment that they have. Imagine somebody placing almost a million, in fact a million naira in a two-bedroom flat in one local street and all that. The owner of this property is just trying to make his money, because if there is inflation everywhere and people want money, and their investment is the only way they can get this money. They can't just get it from perishable things. They can't make it from all those things. They can only make it from their investments. That's why you see high rise in houses, investments and all that. Even before, we used to have properties for 500,000. Then now you can't get it. You can't get it. So when things like this come, people rely on their investments for a living. Some people sell, some people add money. Those who are into rentals and all that, they tend to add money to people, and just to live according to standard, because that's what they have. So inflation doesn't really, it doesn't really affect real estate like that. Rather, people will make money from it.
Why you not having my debt as well? The truth is that in life we all have different experiences. You understand? The truth is that my heart is heavy for everybody in the country.
Your heart is heavy.
Yeah,
Okay.
there's no way you can talk about it. Look, yeah, I agree that all the points you've raised: population growth, housing deficit, economic growth, rising middle class, investment diversification, and now you're talking about hedge against inflation. I agree. All those things, they're not really theory. In all fairness, they are all practical ways of creating wealth in real estate, and that is, I believe that all these things, the points you've given, are the reason why people should come into the real estate space. And I also see that Debbie seems to be interested in investment. Yes. Now, inflation is real, but you can also use real estate to mitigate against the adverse effects of inflation. All right. So if everybody, understand, that have either sympathy or empathy for what is happening to real estate all over the world, especially my heart goes out to the people um, in Ukraine and Gaza. You understand? No, true, true.
Oh,
Yeah,
Gaza.
yes. Land is being people are being displaced out of their natural habitation. I mean, you can't buy. You are doing site inspection, allocation in Nigeria because there's no trouble in Nigeria.
I'm blessed in
You are
that
blessed.
aspect. In
Okay,
that
but then
aspect.
but then there's no petrol to even drive to Ekpe, right? What could have taken you 1,500 is not doing like 5K bar. So you have economic war, but you don't have
We
physical
don't have
war.
physical war. It's the
So
economic war we are fighting.
inflation is
Mm.
eating deep into your savings, right? Yeah, yeah. That 50 million you had in your account is depleting to this thing. You understand? But if you take that 50 mil, I take 25 out of that 50 and invest it in real estate.
Now,
Tomorrow, it's no longer going to be 25. It's going to maybe become 30. But if you leave that money in the bank,
it will devaluate.
so that's it. So you guys decide what to do with your money. Either to keep your money in the hands of, or you want to take your money and put it in what is sure, what is real. Nothing is more real than real estate. So invest in real estate. You don't need 20 why to make an investment in real estate. Just one why. My only cardinal why is real estate as a source of income. That's my cardinal why. It's a source of income for me.
Okay. And so it is to majority of people, you know, real estate as a source of income and all that. So viewers out there, you've all heard it. Thank you, Debbie, for your contribution for today. I like that. So thank you of everyone, my investors out there, those
You,
who are still,
you know Henrietta?
yes, that's my sister. Those who are still trying to or planning to invest, please don't devaluate your money. Don't
Has
let it.
Henrietta invested in real estate?
No, she has not.
Why
She
what?
may be, but not through me. No, so you wouldn't judge.
Henrietta, me and
So
Henrietta invest through me. My social media handle is Christmas Lagos. Don't go to Landlady
it
Jane.
will not
Go to
happen.
Landlady Chris. Invest in
It
me.
will not happen.
Debbie, are you an investor? If you're an investor, please. My name is Christian Sazay Hato. Go to Christmas Lagos. Call me now.
Mr. Chris, are you stealing my show?
There we show. You're sure you don't talk real talk. You're sure you talk on the surface.
Are you stealing my show?
You talk
Don't
on the
worry,
surface
don't
in your
worry.
show.
We are going to deal with this later. So we'll do this again next week, Saturday, by His grace. I'm going to be here with another topic on real
With
estate.
another guest.
No, it's
Maybe
not.
Debbie.
Okay, maybe, I don't know.
So me,
But
by that time, I don't think I'll have come up from Equatorial Guinea
you
because
stop
from
this
here
this
now,
this
my
matter.
flight is waiting for me.
Stop this
The,
equatorial
the
something. No,
pilot is
nothing
waiting
is
for
happening
me.
in that country. Forget those things you are seeing. Those are just mere.
Henrietta, I'm going to Equatorial Guinea. Wish me well.
Exactly. Stop this, please. So please, let's start small, no matter how small. Don't devalue. Don't let your money devalue, please. Don't keep it somewhere. Inflation is real.
Where in Africa can you invest in right now? And you have 100% return on investment in
Right
land
now,
right now.
you couldn't. The investment in properties is not a right now thing now.
Or is a later now thing.
You, it's
But let's say, for example, now give 5 years to my investment. Where can I, in Africa, can I put my money in the next 5 years and I don't remove any equity from it and I want my money to compound? Where can I put my money in real estate in Africa to compound?
Yeah, Chris, I will start from Nigeria. Oh.
Okay.
Yes.
Is it based on patriotism or based on
From what I know,
investment knowledge?
I will start from Nigeria
What
because
about Ghana?
one, I am not a Ghanaian, even though
So,
I have property
so
in
what
Ghana
you're saying right
for
now,
sale.
that means you don't want investors from outside Nigeria to come.
I'm not saying that.
But you're saying
I
right
want
now,
them to come because there is hope for investment in Nigeria in the next 5 years. That's what I'm trying to see.
the
So I'm
next
not
five
going to run
years.
from here to Saudi
So what about the
Arabia
next 10
to
years?
start
What about the
investing.
next 10 years
In the next 10 years, property still
in
appreciates.
Nigeria?
Yes,
What about the next 20 years?
Mr. Chris. As you can see, I'm not gold, but I
Okay.
know that as long as it's property, it keeps appreciating, and one will always make a high return of investment on it.
But it's your show. I end my submission on 20 years. According to her, in the next 20 years. Debbie say Nigeria, Nigeria, Nigeria. Good show, very educative. Thank you, Debbie. Why are you saying Nigeria, Nigeria, Nigeria? See, they call Nigeria. You think that Nigeria is a place to invest in? Huh?
Nigeria is a place to invest now. From what I know as a realtor.
Now, I have a question for you. Between investment in a Nigerian and investment in Nigeria, which do you support? More investment in Nigeria or more investment in Nigerians? Which one do you support?
Investment in Nigerians.
Is that you support?
Yes.
Me too. On that note, Debbie said, out of population of Nigeria is massive. Nigeria is a sure bet. Okay, good. So now,
Mr. Chris, you've not answered your own question.
Yeah.
Where will you invest?
I'll invest in Nigerians
Why?
because Nigerians are the ones that will live in the Nigeria that is prospering.
Mhm.
You understand? Nigerians are the ones that will make somebody live longer. Like I think they said the life expectancy in Nigeria is between 45 to 50 or whatever. Meaning that by the time you are 45 or you are 50, your ancestors are already banging on your door. You understand what I'm saying? So, but the truth is that if we invest in Nigerians, okay, Nigerians will make life expectancy increase. Take for example, if Europeans did not invest in Europe,
Mhm.
Europe will not be where it is today.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So me, I would first invest in the people and let the people invest in the country, not the other way around.
Okay. So
That's my
we
submission.
all got it right when we said we want our Nigeria to grow. Yeah.
What
So
is your
investors should come in.
what is your contact details?
Okay, so we are coming to the end of this
You're
program
already in
for
the end of the
today.
show.
Yes. So my contacts are from, you can contact me on YouTube at Landlady Jane and on TikTok at Landlady Jane, and of course on Facebook here. You can contact me on SN1 Lillian Jane. Then my telephone number is +234 60363102. Yes. So please make that call, start that investment, and you will not regret it later. Nigeria is our own. We are going to live here. Our children are going to live here. They will go and come back, and they will still live here. So we have to build a better Nigeria.
Henrietta and Debbie. My telephone number is +234 703 7745 Reach out to me on WhatsApp. Do me a voice call.
Mr. Chris,
My
why
email is
would they reach out to you for?
because I have a real estate investment opportunity. I have an Ember promo coming up. So buy from me.
Buy from
Any
you?
realtor you see there out there is counterfeit. I'm the number one real estate
Okay, I'm here
realtor
with
in
number one
Nigeria.
realtor of the year.
So all the 300 million Nigerians, please, and not be new, invest in me. Remember we said invest in Nigeria. Me, I'm number one Nigeria. I'm a patriot.
Mm,
Understand?
mm,
I am white. She is green.
mm.
Together we are green, white, green.
All right. Thank you for joining us on the show today.
Oh my God.
Thank you so much. See you next week.
Ciao.
Bye.